Welcome.
And you're late.
Late. I was on time, thank you.
17 minutes past 3 in Queensland.
I didn't know you were counting the time, but all
I
right.
was. I don't like tardiness.
You're like tardiness. I think we were messaging each other the whole time, so I wanted to let you know what was going on.
Yeah. I'm like, he's late.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
31. Is that your natural hair?
Absolutely not. Look at my regrowth.
But no, it's your real hair, but like not.
Oh,
your
yeah, I'm not
colour.
wearing a wig.
Yeah. You look good, by the way. I like what you put on your main effort. That's good.
Yes, I wanted to make an effort.
Yeah. What do you do for work?
I was working as a traffic controller, but I had a car accident last year. So I tried to go back for about 6 months and it just didn't work out. And then I guess my employers saw me as a liability. So they stopped giving me shifts. And then I tried to apply with other companies in the same industry and they all talk to each other. It's like you think it's such a big industry, but they're all very close with each other and word kind of gets out. So
Oh. What happened in the car accident? You don't mind talking about it? Like was it like a bad accident?
I mean, it was bad for me.
Yeah.
A 17-year-old T-boned me. Yeah.
But if it's not your fault, like,
No, I was just going about my day and literally was following the speed limit and she failed to give way. So,
oh shit.
yeah, she even said that she was distracted by a bunch of kids on their bikes who were with their parents, by the way.
Yeah.
So why were you focused on them when they're with their parents? You should be focusing on the road.
Yeah. Oh shit. Was the car like a write-off?
Her car was, mine was repairable.
Yeah. Did the I'm assuming the insurance took care of everything, or
It's an ongoing matter.
ongoing?
Yeah.
Shit. So what? Like you still have to chase them up, or what's the deal? Did police get involved?
The police are involved, yeah. Lawyers, all that stuff. Hopefully it'll be finished at the end of the year, but we'll see.
Yeah. Good luck, because if you had insurance and then the insurance companies would have paid you out, or
Oh, they gave me like a few $1,000s to fix the car, but nothing major. I couldn't go buy a new car.
yeah. But it's still ongoing. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, it has been a very stressful.
What's your love life like? Like, are you single or? Why are you laughing?
Love life.
Okay,
I'm
so
single now.
you're single now. How long have you been single for?
Good question. In my head, I would say since September, but I guess October.
Okay, what caused the breakup? Don't mind me asking.
It was my partner punched me in the nose and he broke it.
No.
Yeah. So to everyone else, it looks alright, but there's like bone here and here that, you know, when you break a bone and it like heals itself, I don't know the terminology, but there's like lumps and bumps on my nose that weren't there before and it doesn't look the same or feel the same. Like I still get pain, especially like when I'm at the gym. I notice I feel the pain the worst, or like if I cry.
What? Look, there's no right reason to hit a partner. But what caused him to want to do that? Like, I don't
I
understand.
actually have no idea. We were out at a party. Earlier that day, we were actually at the beach fishing and paddleboarding and stuff. And he was drinking throughout the day. And then we went to a friend's birthday. And when we were at the party, my friend Nathan was there too. And we noticed that he like was drinking heaps on the way in the Uber, and we're like, slow down, like you don't need to like fully send it. And he just kept drinking, and then we got to the party and everything seemed fine, and then someone started talking about their kids because my ex had kids and he hadn't seen them, and that's his own fault. Like no one was stopping him from seeing his kids. And then it's like a flip switched in his head, and he started being really weird. Like he was spitting like in front of him, like when people are trying to have a conversation with him. And I'm like, okay, that's it. We've got to go. So I'm like talking to him, and I'm like, let's go home. Like, let's order an Uber. I think we were there for like 2 hours.
Yep.
And we got in the Uber and he passed out. Like he was fully asleep the whole 40-minute Uber drive. And then we woke him up and he spat in the Uber.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's disrespectful and disgusting.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are you doing that? And we're like, don't do that. And then he came inside and he started doing it in my place.
That's yuck.
So me telling him not to spit triggered something, and then he started punching my TV. He like probably punched it about 10 times. It's fully like torn apart. I still have it in the garage.
Yeah.
And then he went over to, I've got this massive cat scratcher. It's probably like nearly at the ceiling.
Yeah.
And he started punching that, and he couldn't break it because it's like solid wood. And then he just looked at me, and then he just straight up like went like that at my nose.
Fuck. Is this the first time, or?
Yeah, the first time he's ever like put his hands on me. Yeah.
Wow.
But I think throughout the relationship, there was so many flags that I just kind of pushed under the rug, like isolating me from friends, isolating me from family, telling me I can't be on social media, like all these things.
Yeah. Try to control you in a way.
Yeah, and I started setting boundaries, and people like that don't like it when you set boundaries, and it triggers them even more.
But I commend you for leaving the first time he's done it to you, because there's a lot of women out there who put up with it and then they don't know how to leave.
I wasn't going to. I actually kept it a secret for a whole month, and I was trying to go to court to vary the DVO because it's a no contact one. So that we could still be together, and I wasn't going to tell anyone. And then because I ended up telling people, he just didn't like want anything to do with me. But yeah, I don't even know how the breakup came to, but I was the one keeping it a secret, but he didn't want anyone to know what he did or what he's really like.
Yeah. Wants to try and hide it. Like, how old is he? Don't mind me asking.
He's 31 in December.
Yeah. Was there something that's going on that caused him to be like that, or do you reckon
Well, he has 3 kids with his ex, and he hadn't seen them for like over a year.
Yeah.
And that's his own doing. And then he lost his license in like, I think April.
Right.
And he also used a weapon on someone else in December. So he's going through all these court matters. He's lost his license, which is like your independence and stuff. He's working a crappy job that isn't giving enough hours or giving good pay. And I don't really think any of that stuff is an excuse, because he put himself in that situation, and all I did was try and help him.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't even know why I wanted to stay with him. I actually, like, it's funny because when you leave, you like look at them and you're like, what was I thinking?
Yep. You get this clarity.
Yeah. Like the rose-colored glasses are off.
Yep. That's actually true. That the rose glasses thing is actually true. You just ignore all the blatant red flags that's right in front of you. And until you leave them, you look back like, what the fuck was I thinking? What do I see in them? Nothing.
But he like also was just always telling me things like, no one will ever love you, like no one will look after you, like you need me, like all this stuff. And I believe it. Like I believed it.
Yeah, that's their trait. Like being a narcissist, they're really good at trying to make you believe all these things that aren't true, and trying to bring you down to their level.
Yeah,
They're
he's
really
definitely
good with it.
brainwashed me.
Yes, yes. I'm sure you see that now because like you're thriving. You're so much happier.
Everyone has said that, but I obviously, I guess I have my days where I might struggle.
Of course,
I'm
everyone
less
does.
emotional than I was at the start.
Yeah. Everyone's got like their own days where they just feel really vulnerable, really low.
Yeah.
But someone like yourself, I'm pretty sure like you can just there's many people who can support you, like your close friends, family, and things like that.
Yeah, that was probably like the hardest bit was reconnecting with friends that he kept me from and having to rebuild those friendships again.
Yeah.
Like absolutely gave me the worst anxiety, but it's all good now. Like
No,
I
that's
got them
good.
all back.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll understand, because yeah, of what you've been through. But you also make new friends as well, so don't forget that.
Oh yeah,
I for
absolutely.
one of them.
Yes.
When we first met. Okay, this is the story, right? I thought you. I distinctly remember you saying, "Oh, I made this my Snapchat," blah blah, added you, and then I was like, "Oh," because I remember you saying you were in Queensland, and the next minute, because you were on the Snap Map, you were like in Victoria and stuff, and I'm like, "Oh, that's a long way from home," and then
I
like,
didn't know what you were talking about. I was like,
yeah, I was like,
I've
"Oh,
never been there.
I was like, long way from home," but then the person who replied was just like, "Yeah, I'm just here traveling with a boyfriend, blah blah blah." Oh, sweet. I thought it was you, but the whole time I've been talking to this other person, it was not you. It
Yeah,
was
it's
someone
weird that
else.
they've never said anything.
Yeah. And then that's when we just reconnected. I probably just like last week or something. And then I was like, "Oh hey," and then you were like, "That's not me." I was like, "What? Who have I been talking to for the last 2 months?"
Why isn't she saying anything?
I don't know. Like,
It's kind of weird. I don't just go accepting randoms in my Snapchat. So
some people do like what I do. I got like thousands of people on my Snapchat. I think I'm 20. I got 24,000 followers on Snapchat, and
what?
I add everyone and talk. I talk to most people that are like
I mean, I used to
nice.
have a couple hundred boys from Tinder, but I had to clean that up.
Couple hundred boys from Tinder. So you got a
Yeah.
roster then?
No roster right now, working on it.
Oh, non-existent right now. Cool. Um, and what job are you looking to get into, like, in the future? Like, have any thoughts into it, or like not really, just enjoying single life for now?
Hopefully driving trucks, but I can't go back to full-time work, so it's about finding a company that'll hire me part-time, and I don't even know if that's a thing with truck driving. So if that doesn't work, then I'll probably just get like my tickets to do like something else. Like I want to be in the construction industry. That's all I care about.
Yeah. Well, do you have like a truck license? Like, oh, I mean, I should ask, which truck license do you have?
I have my learners at the moment
Okay, and you were looking to
for
get
heavy rigid.
HR, which is yeah, and you drive like 16 wheelers and B doubles and that, or
You
that's different.
can't do that. I think you have to like hold it for like a year or something, and then you go and do another test.
Yeah. Um, have you put in any thought into maybe doing like FIFO?
I would, but I have two cats.
Oh! But they are now. So what they're doing now is you can bring those with you, and
What?
you can bring family to stay with you.
Really?
Yes. I'll push you in touch with this company that actually does that, and like
That would
everything's all paid
actually
for,
be so good.
alcohol, everything, and with you like on weekends you can just drink to your heart's content.
Yeah, it's like my cats stop me from doing so many things.
How important are your cats to you?
Pretty important.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going on over 10 years.
Oh yeah, fuck,
They've
that's
been
hard.
through everything with me.
They're pretty much family members at that point because
Yeah.
I remember when my dog passed away, I just bawled my eyes out, and I'm not the person to
I should
cry.
have got a dog because it probably would be dead by now.
No, that's not the way to look at it. It's the same.
I
'Cause
love
my
my cats, but my God, they live for 20 years.
20. Ooh, my
Yeah,
dog
some
lived
of
for
them,
15.
it's a bit much.
Uh, Yeah, you can take them with you.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
You work and it pretty much be the same, but yeah, like even girls and stuff, they can get job like with no what is it, experience whatsoever.
Yeah, my friend who's a cleaner, she wants me to go to the mines with her next year.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Well,
assuming to do cleaning with her, and I totally would, but I'm like, oh, I don't have anyone to look after my cats, but she's like, maybe my daughter can, and we'll see.
what about your family? Do you have family nearby or no?
They all live in the city, so they're all about an hour away from me.
Maybe it's worth dropping the other option is to ask if they can just look after the cats
They
for like
won't.
a week or two. Nope,
They
not
won't.
even or cat
If
sitter.
I was doing like 1 week on, 1 week off, 1 week on, 1 week off, probably would, but if it's like the whole 3 weeks or whatever, then they won't do it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the max you could do is just like 2 weeks on, 1 week off. So
That would be good.
you literally work like 2/3 of the year for a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah, that would be so good.
But man, speaking of money, like, what did you do during COVID for job wise?
I worked at Dan Murphy's because it was an essential worker.
Okay. Did you
And
do anything
then
else on
I
the side
did
or no?
my tickets for traffic control
Oh, that's good.
because that's essential worker too.
Yeah. Did you do any other work on the side or not?
Oh.
We
The
don't have to
old
talk about it, you don't want to. Yeah.
OnlyFans. Yeah. I wouldn't call
Okay.
that work. I'd call that a hobby.
Well, it's work because it brings in money. Would you recommend it to girls to do it? Like, to try
Not
it or-
anymore, no.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
be a stripper.
maybe a stripper.
Go be a stripper, like way better.
What makes you say that? Like, okay, what's
I've been a
let's
stripper and you get cash in hand.
didn't know this. Okay, we'll touch up on that in a second. First, how much were you making on the OF on average?
It'd be like $2,000 to $3,000 a month.
Roughly, okay, but that's constant. Do you have to talk to these like guys and stuff, or so you don't have to talk to them?
Not really. Like I'd get inboxes, but I wouldn't sit there and talk to them because I can't be bothered.
Because you could make.
But they were buying the content anyway.
Because it sounds like I want to be like advocating for this, but because if you talk to them, sometimes they offer to buy more, like to offer you more. For example, I'll give you a holiday if you sell me, some feet pics or whatever.
That'd be nice. Love a holiday.
We should talk about this.
Someone wants to buy me some fake titties, go ahead.
What's wrong
Trip
with
to
yours?
Thailand.
What's wrong with yours?
I want some bigger ones. I want them like up here.
Maybe it's lift that you want, not the size or both.
Oh, I'd like both.
Because if you want both, what you do is you do a lift first, let that heal, and then you go and do the larger ones.
Really?
Yes.
If I ever had the chance, I'd just go to Thailand. Like my sister just went there and got a tummy tuck, and she said it was really good.
Because you can't. I think you can't do both at the same time because it's the lift, it settles itself, and then once that's done, then you can put in the fake ones. But would you go like under the muscle or like on top of it?
So I've always heard about the under the muscle and over the top, and I don't know what that means.
So if it's under, then you're still like whoever touches it. Oh my god, this sounds weird. It's still feeling like the real breasts, as opposed to the silicone on top of it. So you're just touching the silicone only. If that makes sense.
I guess it would just depend on the risk.
Yeah.
Patients.
It hurts. I think it hurts more going under the muscle in it, but I was being told that it feels better. It's harder, but it feels better. Like harder healing wise.
I don't go around touching fakies.
But you said you used to be a stripper, so then you'd be like at work. He's like, oh, can I see what it feels like? Because
No.
girls, that,
One of my best friends got hers done, and I just like stood there awkwardly looking at them, and she expected me to like full grab them, and then I
girls do
awkwardly
that
did
all
because
the
she
time.
told me to.
Girls do that all the time. Hey, do you want to touch mine? And then they just like that's all they do. They just touch each other's.
I haven't even touched my sisters, and she's got them.
No. Your sister's different. Your sister's family, so you don't do that.
No, it's fine.
No, it's friends. Friends are fine. So what was your dancing name?
Oh, it was Rosie.
Rosie.
I had red hair.
Blonde suits you better.
I know, I like the blonde, but everyone did like the red.
Yeah. And does your family know you did it?
Some of them.
Yeah. Did they? Okay. When I say family, like, or would you say some of them, are they like immediate family, like cousins or uncles?
No, like my sisters. My brother probably knows. I don't talk to him. I think my dad and mum know. Like I told my mum. I think dad might know, but I'll never say it directly to him.
Yep.
I've just said I've worked at the strippers.
Yeah. Mum always knows, and dad knows, but he's just like
I'm his little girl.
yes.
I'm the last born.
Oh, you're the youngest then.
He still thinks I'm 18.
You will always be his little girl no matter what. Have you ever ran into like relatives that come in?
No, because all my relatives are like gone.
Oh, even cousins and stuff like.
Honestly, I always like my dad lived in Thailand at the time, so I was more worried about that. But because I knew he was in Thailand, it was fine.
Okay.
But I always used to be like, what if someone I know comes in? But no one ever did.
Oh, because I have friends who, even when they were working in the brothels, like to say, the brother or like the cousins come in and stuff like that, and they're just mortified.
I mean, you would be.
But you're lucky none of that happened to you.
No.
How long did you dance for?
Probably like 6 months, and then I've reached a point where I've got this like moral compass, and I was like, I'm better than this.
Yep.
And I did it because I needed the money.
Yes.
And I'm kind of back in that mindset now where I'm like, should I go do it because I need the money? But I don't know. I think because I was so much younger, it affected me more. I think I'm a bit more emotionally mature now.
Yeah.
And could probably handle it a bit more. Like I know what to expect.
Well, for those out there who's never been a stripper, what's it like initially when you first start?
It's absolutely daunting. Like they tell you, like you're gonna have to go up on the stage and dance a full song. So it could be like a 3 or 4 minute song, and then they might say you need to do this many songs, and you've got to get completely naked. So
Yeah.
you start freaking out, and eventually you get up there because you can obviously drink on the job. So you get some liquid courage, and you're up there, and you're just thinking in your head, don't trip. Like I'm in these stripper heels, don't trip.
Yeah.
And you don't have any experience whatsoever on a pole.
Oh no shit.
So you're just kind of watching people and learning that way, or you ask them before your shift if you can show me how to do this or do that, and then like over time you learn how to do stuff. Like a lot of those girls go and do lessons, and that's why they're so good. But I never got so good. Like I used to just be able to climb it, slide down it, do some leg work, all that stuff. Like I would still be like a beginner.
Yeah. Don't want to brag, but I'm pretty good on the pole.
You are.
Well, have you seen videos?
Yeah.
When, man?
I was like, what the fuck? Why couldn't I do that?
Because all my friends, they do it, and I just want to experience what they go through. But like, I don't do it in a seductive way, because like, if you can dance in a seductive way on a pole and still make it look easy, that's a skill because holy shit, I don't know if you try to do that, it's hard.
Well, the thing they tell you when you start is like if you're insecure or whatever, stripping will make you secure. It'll make you confident. That's probably where I got most of my confidence from. I got completely freaking naked, but at the end of the day, all these men are looking at is a naked body on stage, and that's what they're there for. They don't care what you can do in that pole.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think, like, because I took 8 weeks lesson, so I went.
I can't believe you did that.
I went for 8 weeks just to make sure, like, I went through everything, dance and stuff. But the class I was in, they were just teaching like girly moves, and then I didn't want to continue after 8 weeks because I wanted to do like some aerials and like some stuff. And then but it's really hard. Like every part of your body is sore from like your arms, legs, inside.
Bruises on my legs. Like I bruise so easily, and it just looks like so bad. Me walking around with all these bruises. Like no one ever was like, "What happened to you?" What? They just like keep it to themselves.
Oh.
And then eventually one day I just told them.
Yeah. What kind of money were you making or were expecting to be making?
God, when I started, I was like, this is so hard. Like, this is shit. Like, there are girls in there that have been doing it for so long, and they've got repeat customers, and they're walking out with, like, literally probably, like, $2,000. Yeah, and I'm, like, only doing, like, $400 to $800. And that's not every night. Like, some nights I'd walk out with nothing because it would be, like, a quiet night.
Yeah.
And with some clubs, you have to pay a fee to dance there for the night. And it's like you're paying rent to dance there. It was actually like super fucked up. Like I actually hate that side of it. But there was this one place they used to have in the city in Brisbane. It was called Be Confidential. And guys would pay for you to eat with them in your lingerie. So you get like a free feed and you get to drink at the same time. And then they would order like a table dance. So they would just put a yoga mat on this table, like a cafe table, and you just lay there and you just do your leg work. Oh. That was probably like the best place I ever worked at because I love food.
Right. So how much was that paying in comparison to like a normal?
Well, they basically took half of everything, but I feel like based on what you get out of it, it was better.
Yeah, half of everything, that's quite a bit. Okay, if you know some places you go, just say you pay, what is the fee you pay once off?
I didn't have to pay a fee there.
Oh no, not there, but like some places, you know, like
like it might be like $40 a night.
Oh, that's cheap.
It's $40.
But half of everything, it's more than 40.
And I used to be like, well, I don't have $40 right now, but you can take it out of my tips.
Yeah, can't they do that?
Yeah, well, they can.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, or when you first start, you know, a lot of girls are doing it because they don't have anything, and you don't have to pay for like the first week or the second week. And you know, I never actually owned a pair of heels. I borrowed it from the club.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, because I know some places where you pay like a flat fee, for example, you know, 120 for the whole night, but you're going to make a lot more than that.
That's crazy.
As opposed to if you're half of everything, that's crazy. Because just say you make $4,000, that's $2,000.
I just see money as money.
But you're there to make money, Riri.
I just didn't care. I really didn't care. I just wanted to walk out of there and know that I was going home with some cash.
Yeah, so let's say $2,000 you have to pay to be there, or 120. Which one would you choose?
I guess 120, but
yeah, so 120 is not that much. Like I'd rather pay that than pay half of everything.
But basically, you got 100% of your tips, and I think table dances, but I think it was just maybe table dances and lap dances was a half. But I know tips and stuff you get on stage or while you're doing a table dance, you keep. But you didn't get to hold on to the money. Like, you know how you go to clubs and the girls have the money on them all the time? Like, you had to go take it to this special window, and then at the end of the week, you can claim it.
That's fucked.
That place is closed now.
Good, like, because there are a lot better places to work at than that. Fuck, maybe do you need a manager?
I wish there was one near my place, but there is not.
Do you need a manager or something? Because, like, I feel like you're getting ripped off a lot of the times. Because you could be making so much more. But anyway, that's talking you back into doing that job you might not want to do anyway.
Well, my sister wants to go to the strippers and make some money.
Your sister, how old is she? Older than you?
I don't know. I think she's like 34. I don't know.
And is she on TikTok as well?
She must. No, she's not.
Okay. Probably like, I was going to say too old to be on this, but I've seen older people on this, so there's really no age limit to be on this app, I think.
No, it definitely isn't. Not after last night's.
What do you mean?
When we went on live and we were talking with David.
Forgot about him. Start yapping and stuff.
I feel so bad for him. You're so mean.
How am I mean? I didn't say anything mean. He just took over the whole stream and started.
He took over the whole stream, was not listening.
Yeah, start talking his shit, but that's okay.
Oh, bless his soul.
Is there any, well, for those out there probably wondering, where can we find, like, probably nowhere, of like you dancing on the pole?
Me?
Yeah, or none at all?
Nowhere.
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 Probably at the clubs.
Probably down the Gold Coast in that one club with the stripper pole and the dance floor.
Oh, why don't you go work at Dirty Harry's? You heard of that place in Brisbane?
No.
I'll put you in touch with someone. That's if you want to.
I was thinking of going to like a cabaret.
I'm not familiar with those places because
It's dirty.
Oh, is it? Don't go there then.
I know, I'm worth more.
Yeah.
I need to be like that girl that you hired to come to your apartment for vibes and to do like table service, whatever, make drinks, bring you beer.
Yeah, they're called toppy jobs.
Oh, yes.
Why don't you do that?
Oh, because it's dangerous.
Oh. How's it dangerous? Can you explain?
Oh, because you just don't know where you're going or who you're going with. I feel like you really need to have like some sort of protection there, like a guard out the door or something to make sure you get home okay and stuff, you know?
Because with those kind of, like, they're called private jobs, heaps of them happen in Melbourne.
Yeah, I bet they do.
So what
I never really hear of anyone hiring them anymore. Like, they used to be such a big thing, and it just doesn't seem to be that big of a thing animour.
Yeah, maybe the way the economy is going.
Probably.
But what is your, like, say, your hobby that you're more interested in? Like, what are you passionate about?
My hobbies, probably just gym and forward driving.
Oh yeah, I remember you're really into forward drive, but you don't have forward drive yourself.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do? What do you have?
I've got a Pajero.
Yes, I know you have these cars. I'm asking questions for people who don't know. It's like,
What?
I told you this. I told you these, and I told you what car.
You know I do.
Of course, I know I do. I know many things, but I'm just trying to ask you in a way where you tell us.
The people that stalk me.
Well, I'm sure no one's gonna stalk you because don't you live in an apartment where it's like kind of safe to be in?
Was I safe from my ex?
But that's a different story. You invited him in.
Well, it's safe now because my house is flagged, but yeah.
Yeah. But he can't go anywhere near you, is that correct? Or can't even contact you?
Legally, no, but he could if he wanted to.
Yeah. Does he? Does he still keep in contact with you?
I've had like fake accounts try and add me, but I haven't spoken to him, no.
Yeah. How do you know it's him? Because there's heaps of fake accounts that add people all the time.
Oh, it just happened to be like on the day that he had his work Christmas party, and this random account just popped up on Instagram trying to follow me, and I was like, I'm guessing you're with, I won't say the name, my ex.
Almost. I think I know. Go ahead.
And she was like, no, girl, like I made this account to stalk my ex. And it's like, why are you sending me a follow request then?
Exactly.
And then when I was like, oh, well, just so you know, he broke my nose. And then she's trying to assure me that she's not with him. And then all of a sudden the account disappears and it's like fully deleted.
Yeah.
So.
So going back to your injury, like, is it bad to a point where you can't dance or?
That's a good question.
Sorry?
But that's a good question. Yeah, I didn't actually think about that. I'm on painkillers, so that's how I like manage the pain. And going to the gym, obviously, to build strength back up in my back and my core. And the gym's been helping heaps, but this week, I noticed, has been the worst week for my back. But I think I've gotten accustomed to it. Like, I've become so used to being in pain that I've just pushed through it. Like, I have severe endometriosis, so I've dealt with pain my whole life. So I think my pain threshold is quite high.
What's that? The
endometriosis?
Yeah.
It's a thing on your ovaries. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but I went and had surgery for it literally, I think it was like a week after my car crash.
Okay.
And they found out that I had severe endometriosis and like I had all these adhesions and they were basically like glued to my bowels and like my bladder and stuff.
Oh shit.
So they had to like sever muscles and yeah.
But so you still feel that now?
Yeah, so after the surgery I was fine for a couple of months and then as time has gone on it's progressively gotten worse. So they think that the endometriosis has come back because when they don't fully remove it, it can basically come back. And I should have gone on like some hormone therapy stuff, like, or put an IUD on, or IUD? Yeah, like the Marina and stuff. Because that's like what stops it from coming back.
Okay.
It's all like hormonal. I don't really understand it. All I know is that I live with it and I have my whole life.
Oh fuck. And then, but after this accident, it's made it worse, or it's come back?
I don't know if the accident has anything to do with it coming back or making it worse. I think they're two separate matters.
Okay.
And it's just like unfortunate it all happened at the same time.
Yep.
But
Well, what injuries did you sustain after the crash?
I had a fracture to my lumbar spine and aggravated my L4 and L5 disc. So I already had a pre-existing injury, which was stabilized and was aggravated from the crash. So I now feel like more pain. And it's like the most important part of your back.
And what's that like affecting your sex life? Or does it at all?
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah.
Man, can't arch my back like I wanna.
I mean, you can show us if you want.
But like it affects everyday things like vacuuming. When I go fishing, like I couldn't go to Top Golf if I wanted to because of the twisting movement. Like Everything aggravates it. Even just driving and going around a roundabout, like everything.
Shouldn't TAC cover that?
Shouldn't what?
TAC?
What's that?
Something traffic, something like, so that's what, if you look on your rego when you pay the TAC, that's what it goes towards covering if there's any
Oh,
injuries.
so we call it CTP.
Oh, that's probably why. Yep.
And yeah, so like when I said it was an ongoing matter, that's why it's an ongoing matter.
Okay.
Yeah, so hopefully that'll be finished this year. It's been going on since June last year and has affected my life greatly.
Yeah, and your ability to work as well, and ability to get hired for work. So I think
Oh yeah, it's totally fucked me up.
yeah, because you were employed, but now they want to employ you because of your injury.
Yeah, and like the effect that it's had on my mental health. Like I used to have a purpose. Like I'd go to work, it'd make me so happy. It's my purpose, gives me a purpose. Like it, and now I've just like been doing nothing, and I hate it. And then people are like, "Oh, what do you do for work?" And then I have to explain to them I was in a car accident, and it's really freaking embarrassing. Like I'm so embarrassed.
Something that you shouldn't be embarrassed about, because it was an accident and it did happen to you.
Yeah, it's just annoying because like it happened on a day where I was just going about my business. I was meant to have work the next day doing night shift, and it was the fact that it was a 17-year-old girl whose parents literally bought her car. She's holding like a $2,000 phone in front of my face, and they're just going to go out and buy her another car, whereas like I had to earn everything and I worked my ass off for that car.
Yeah.
And then she's turned my whole life upside down, whereas she's only just beginning her life. You know what I mean? Like she just took it away from me.
Yeah. That really sucks, because at the same time, like, you get angry at her. Like, are you still angry at her, or if at all?
Oh, I'm just angry at the like whole situation. Like, you know, I was finally in a good place after everything I've been through and setting myself up, and like in a job that I was actually really good at, and then just to have it all ripped from underneath me like unexpectedly, and then the rest, like the whole last year and a half was just a fucking nightmare. Like being put on all these different medications, being in and out of hospital, like how it like affected me overall, and then basically it leading up to ending up in DV again. So
look, just don't give up, because you are, like, I don't know if you see yourself as this, but you are very, very emotionally aware of things, and
I know I'm aware. I'm a very self-aware person.
yes, and you should commend yourself for that, because a lot of women will not leave a DV situation, and they're just trapped there for like years of abuse.
Oh, I did that once upon a time. I did 7 years of it, and I didn't leave.
Oh, okay. Tell me about that one.
Oh, that was like early 20s. Like I must have been like 20. I must have been. I don't know. It was all good for the first year, and then he started doing drugs and stuff behind my back, and I don't know what. I think it was because my dad was in Thailand. I didn't have any family or anything, and like I feel like if my dad was here, I would have left, because every time he came back from Thailand to visit, I would leave him, and then every time Dad would go back, I'd end up back with this guy. But eventually one day, I actually had some DMT, and I came to my senses, and I fully ghosted him. Like I left his house, and I just got in the car, and I decided this is the last time I'm ever seeing this person or talking to this person. And he stalked me for about 6 months.
Okay, I'll come back to the stalking. Like, what were some of the things he was doing to you, like, during the relationship? that was
Oh,
abusive?
it was all physical, just like putting me in hospital, like
What the fuck?
throwing me through walls. Like, I'm not even
And you
kidding.
stayed with him for that?
Well, I didn't feel like I had anyone else, and that's what I think it was, and that dependency and being so young and never have ever experienced DV before and being educated on it. It wasn't a thing back then, you know, as it is now.
Did you talk to your family about like your sister?
No, I wasn't talking to family members at the time.
Okay. And then what gave you the courage to, like you said, DMT, to leave? Like, so he stalked you for 6 months. What were some things he was doing to stalk you? Like, what he's calling you, like following you
Calling me, doing skids on my driveway,
What the fuck?
like full burnouts.
But you like that kind of stuff, though. Or
It's the fact that it was him, and it was him trying to intimidate me.
okay,
And one day he came up to my door, and I was actually in a new relationship. And he's like, he knocked on the door, and I opened it because I didn't have a way to see who was at the door at the time. And he's like, I'm here to like give you some money. I'm here to help you. And meanwhile, the car that he had bought me had just been repossessed. And that's why he was there apparently to give me money.
oh yeah. But did the car get repossessed, or did he?
Yeah. So I didn't have a car or anything for a good like 6 months. It was COVID. I remember I got the phone call. I was at SeaWorld with my mum and her partner, and it's weird because I got this call and I was like, I have nothing else to live for, so I went swimming with the sharks at SeaWorld and the manta rays, and I was on my period, and I can't help but laugh about that situation and like my mindset.
Yeah, you're gonna laugh about it now.
Oh, I always laugh about it. That's who I am.
But throughout this conversation, you haven't really laughed about things much. So you are actually, I think, coming to terms with it and accepted the things they are, which is good.
Yeah.
Because usually you make jokes about it and just laugh.
I mean, I do with like a lot of people that might bring it up, and I might just make it turn into a joke, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Are you okay?" And I'm just like, "What?"
But if that's the way of coping with things, so
Yeah, I think it's just my coping mechanism.
but yeah, right now I think you're doing well, but like, not as well as you hoped, I think. But I think you should always look at things from a brighter side of things. Always look for the good. Because after all of this, I think you've learned to be like a stronger person. You've learned to leave when when that person disrespects you, because you're actually worth more than that, Riannah.
I hope I have learned.
No, you have, 100%. I can tell you that. Like, although we've only known each other for like a short amount of time, but I can just see that in you. Because I think when we first met, you had a boyfriend, but then now you don't, and it's like two different person. But that's good. There you go.
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
Oh, nothing. I'm just like, I hope it's the last time.
Okay, because the way we break up work is you always like go back. Not you specifically.
I won't be going back to him. I just mean I hope I don't meet another him.
I hope so too, but just don't treat the next person as if they've done wrong to you by the previous person. If that makes sense.
Oh no, I never would do that, like ever.
Yeah, because that's what I find most girls do. Where they go, "Oh, I hate all men." And it's like, "Oh, what happened?" Or the last one treated me like absolute dirt.
I don't even like talking about it with other guys, but they ask. So I'm like, I'm just an honest person, so I'm going to tell you how it is. And if that scares you, then you're probably not good for me anyway.
Yeah. But you can say, oh, like this is what happened, blah, 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 and that's it. And they should respect your privacy of not wanting to talk more about it, because like it's good that you let others know, like, other women, to like, hey, look, it's okay to leave the first time. But you continually just talk and bash at it, then you become sad about it, if that makes sense.
I don't really get sad about it anymore.
You don't really get sad about it. Well, that's good. Like,
No, I think I
least
got
you,
over it. I've been like keeping myself busy, distracting myself with
yeah,
other things, other people, and I just don't sit there and dwell on it.
that's good. That's good. Most people, they dwell on it and they find themselves going deeper, deeper into the sad side of things. Sometimes, like, I don't believe, people don't hate me for this, but sometimes I don't believe psychologists or therapists help, because all you do, imagine seeing them 3 times a week, and then all you do is talk about how sad your life is.
Well, I see mine at the moment once a week, and they're actually not all trauma informed, especially with domestic violence and stuff. Like, I have to go see a special one that for domestic violence.
Yeah.
So I'm still waiting for the whole victims of crime thing to come through so I can get that counselling.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like for some, yeah, it definitely works in with the right therapist or psychologist, and with the right medication and the right technique, I suppose, that helps for people. But for most people, I think, yeah, just if you keep talking how shitty your life is, like 3 times a week to a stranger who don't necessarily care about you, then that's just a waste of time and money, and you're making yourself even more sad, I think, in my opinion.
I think if someone does it 3 times a week, good for them, but that would be overwhelming and exhausting, because I get overwhelmed and exhausted by the one session a week, and I kept going in there and being like, every time I come in here, I feel like shit for the rest of the week, so I need to just do fortnightly because it's like fully affecting me. But I'm fine now. Like, I don't feel that way anymore. But at the beginning, yeah, I was like, I'm feeling like shit. I don't want to be here.
Well, now you got, like, you got your friends back, you got, support of your family, and you got some new friends as well that you can, like, talk to or lean on. So I hope you can do that.
It is good. I feel like I've lost 80 kilos.
What were you like? Did you lose? Like, was that like an actual weight loss? Or...
No, that's him.
Oh, yeah. I should have.
You should have caught on to that one.
I don't know how much you weigh, but yeah, that's a lot of weight to lose. Like that was a lot on
I
your
weigh
back.
like 60 kilos. I probably weigh less now because I've actually lost a lot of weight in like the last 2 months.
Well, you look good either way, so don't.
Thank you. Working on it.
Yeah.
These gains.
Whoa! Put
Where
them
am I
guns.
gym?
You got to put them guns away, otherwise, because you don't have license for those. Your home gym, that's good.
Yes.
Because sometimes, like, unless you use the, I suppose, like, gym a lot, I don't see the point in paying money to lift heavy things or run in one spot.
Oh, I pay for a gym membership because I barely use this, by the way. I only use it if I can't get to the gym one day.
Okay.
And I go only like 3 days a week at the moment. But before the crash, I was going 5 to 6 days a week, sometimes twice a day.
Yeah. I reckon home gym is the way to go, because, well, what's the gym experience like for you?
I love it. You're like more inclined to actually work out because you're in that environment.
Yeah. Do you have a workout buddy?
My gym has a spray tanning machine, so it's great.
Oh. That's strange. Why do they have that? Oh, I suppose because, like, yeah, why do they have a spray tan machine?
It's just part of one of their things. You know, some gyms have saunas and steam rooms. Mine has a spray tanning machine and a red light therapy machine.
Oh, so then if you want to get a tan, you just go there and just, like, spin your
Yeah.
body. That's mad.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, because I only say these things because there was the chick on TikTok where she paid for membership for 2 years, and she used it maybe like once in a blue moon, and
I don't understand people like that. I don't like wasting money.
yeah,
Like I'm not in a contract or anything, so I could leave any time if I wanted to.
but with
Literally
gyms,
$10 a week.
yeah, with gyms, most of the time they lock you in a contract, and then like she's just too
Yeah.
scared to say no for 2 years. It worked it out to be like I think it was like $2,500 or something. It was crazy.
This is like a no judgment gym, which also makes it better, and you kind of have to dress a certain way, I guess, but I wouldn't say anyone actually follows that. But
Is it dress code for gym? Like, what's the dress code?
well, some gyms you go to, chicks are just there to like, they wear full face of makeup. You got their tits out, they got their ass out, and basically you can't do that where I am. Like everyone needs to feel comfortable, and we don't need to be made to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like it's not Tinder. We're not there to pick up.
But most people do pick up at the gym.
I absolutely do not talk to anyone at the gym.
But don't people come up and talk to you because you're such an attractive girl? Why not?
Because we all have anxiety in there. None of us have a chat.
People do. People that's how people meet and stuff. At the gym.
Absolutely not.
Well,
Maybe 18.
How are you meeting boys now then?
Bumble.
Dating app.
Yeah. Or I just go outside and I see one and I'm like, hey.
I'm pretty sure you can do that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you can just walk out and be like, hey,
I did it in Woolworths literally last weekend.
But you picked up someone at Woolworths?
Yeah, I just waved at him. He was at the register, and then he walked out, and I walked up to him. I saw him sitting at a shop, and I was like, "Can I have your Instagram?" Now I've got a Snapchat.
And did he ask you out on a date or?
No.
Oh, why's that?
Like, he obviously tried, but I've been sick the last 2 weeks. I cannot be bothered doing my own thing.
But haven't you been seeing someone in the last 2 weeks also?
Stop it.
Hey, look, I'm
yeah, he's a flake.
Oh, the Woolworth guy's a flake.
No, the other one.
Oh, the other one. Why is it you want flakers?
I don't know.
Why do you put up with them? Oh, it's my
It must be the chase. But the funny thing is, since our last conversation, I've been a bit more not responsive, like not responding as quick as they would like. And I've noticed a change in the way they're responding, and they want like the reply.
Yeah. But that's on them though, because you're quite a fast replier, and they fucked it up in the first place, so it's their fault.
Yeah, I feel like everyone has time. Like everyone has time. No matter what you're doing, you have time to do that. If you have time to watch my story, you have time to open my message and reply.
Yes. I don't like it when someone, like, oh, I'll call you or I'll text you. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll wait for it. And then like they don't call or text you, but then you can see them like they're on someone else's stream or like they just open the snap. I was like, bro, it takes 2 seconds to message
he
back.
literally like looks at my Instagram story, my Snapchat stories, but can't open my actual Snapchat that's direct to him.
Yeah. So for those people, I don't have patience for them anymore. Like, what you promised? I give them usually 3 strikes. So they promise like to do these 3 things. So they're like, oh, I'll call you, cool.
Yeah, I'm getting to that stage.
Come like whatever. Yeah. And then they don't call. I'm like, cool, that's strike 1. And then another time they're like, oh, I'll message you or whatever. And then like, I know people do forget to message. That's okay. That's fine. But it's when they just like
when you can actively see they're online.
Yeah. And then they don't message back. That's when I was like, okay, strike 2. And then 3, and you're like, stuff it. I don't have patience for you.
Yeah, it's literally the most annoying part.
Yeah. What else you have you like planned for the future? Like, what are you planning for yourself?
I have no plans.
No plans, nothing, just YOLO. No,
Just
oh,
going with life.
because people your age are now planning for like kids and settling down and things like that. You're not fussed with that, or
No, absolutely not.
do you want kids?
I don't think so. I don't know. I thought I did, but then it's also like I've just gone through so much stuff. It's, yeah. I'm also just think the cost of living is a bit, how you going right now?
But there are like people who have less than you and they have kids and they seem to make it work somehow.
Yeah, I guess they don't have a choice.
So what I'm trying to say is, I think the ultimate goal in life is just to have a child, minimum.
I think that's what everyone's goal in life is, but all my goal is right now is to have a sick forward drive
Yeah.
and go forward driving.
Let's say you get a sick four-wheel drive, you go four-wheel driving.
It'll never happen, but
Will.
I can manifest it.
Rihanna, it will happen.
I hope so. It'd be
It
nice.
will. Because someone like you,
I actually just like wanted to up the car that I have and make it really sick. Like I don't need some fancy Land Cruiser or whatever fucking else car someone's got. All these new age cars. I'm more into the old school cars, and I feel like the Pajero is very underrated.
very, what year is your Pajero?
2006.
See, that's a good one. All you need is like, 2-inch lift,
Yeah, I just need to get lifted, really.
mud tires, and if you're gonna go to like deep water, just get a snorkel, and that's all
Yeah,
you
I'm
need.
going to do the snorkel eventually. I've got to wait 2 months, and then the people I've ordered the snorkel through will have it back in stock. I've literally been waiting like 6 months.
Okay. How much does that cost to install those?
I'm not sure. The snorkel itself is only like $100. It might cost like $300 through my mechanic to get it installed,
Yeah.
I'd say, because I'm really just, I don't know.
Because at the time, because I had a Pajero, mine was a 93, and we did most of the, actually we did all the work ourselves. Me and my friend, we just like, well, I bought all the like, there was struts, there was springs, and then we put it all in ourselves. We saved heaps of money doing that. And then we went bush bashing, like we went like 80 Ks to like potholes that's like
Hey, if
near
I
deep.
could do it myself, I would. That would be ideal.
Yeah. So you, after, what have you got planned for this weekend? If anything?
I'm not doing anything because the vet took all my money.
The vet.
Yeah, my cat was unwell the beginning of the week.
What happened?
He was peeing blood.
Why's that?
Some cats are really prone to UTIs and stuff, and when they get stressed out, they can get blocked or they pee blood, and it's very dramatic.
Holy shit! And then, if you don't mind talking, like, how much that say you act like?
Well, the consult alone was $150. The medication was like $90, and luckily I already had medication that he could take.
Yeah.
But that's another $90. So if it happens, like, I just finished paying off my payment plans with the vet for surgery that I had to get for my other cat.
Yeah.
Because she cracked one of her fangs. So now I call her, her name's Polly, but I call her Toothless because she looks like that cartoon, I don't know what it's called, with the dragon that's black and it's named Toothless.
I don't know. Oh, How to Train a Dragon?
Yes, that one. That's basically her. And
Okay.
she's literally just like that dragon, but yeah, she's only got one fang now. And that cost me like $2,000.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. And this is like all happening at the same time as like I've just paid like for that to happen. I just fixed the flex plate on my old car, and then I get into a car accident and I don't have a job basically.
Fuck. Life is just pretty much saying, so you just imagine yourself trying to progress up this ladder. Life's just like,
It
nope.
kept pushing throwing me off, and it's like, why can't I just get a break?
Yeah. Well, don't give up because with the drive that you have, you're gonna succeed no matter what.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get on Farmer Wants a Wife.
Oh, so that's your silver bullet?
Yeah. Give me a country boy.
Why not, like, say, Married at First? You know what? Why not try every single TV show? Oh, Love Island even.
Ew, no, because I'm not skinny enough for Love Island.
What the fuck are you talking about? Not skinny enough.
Not fake enough.
No, you're good enough. You're
They
always
all have
good.
like flat toned tummies and like fake tits and yeah.
Yours look fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
I couldn't do Love Island, no.
What's the other one? Big Brother.
The Bachelor.
Oh yeah, the Bachelor. Or Big Brother.
I don't want to fight for a guy.
That's true. You'd rather be the Bachelorette, but you know, like if people like you, and I think they will. The show will ask you to be the Bachelorette.
I don't think that would ever happen, but that would be cool. Could you imagine?
It will happen. I can imagine right now. Riannah Miller. Oh, so how do you think about Chad? You know,
Guys
is
would
he the
not know
guy
how
for
to
you?
deal with my personality.
Why don't you make your own show on TikTok where it's like once a week people come on and try and like win you over? I'll be the host. I don't care. Like get people in.
We need some casting agents up in here.
Yeah,
Something else called Farmer Wants a Wife.
stuff them because they'll make all the money. And we'll do it, and we just do it for funsies, and it could be fun. Like once a week, every Friday night.
It's not the same because I need to like physically have the person like in front of me.
Well,
You don't get the full RZA experience until you've got me in a forward drive off-roading with some beer
okay.
or tequila.
Is that a hint? I think we'll end it here. But before we go, first I'd like to thank you for doing this.
You're welcome.
And just remember, to me, someone from outside looking in, you know, you're like this. You're a very strong person, and you are very kind, and you are very emotionally aware, and you're very driven as well. So I think you need to find someone who has this similar like traits as that, because if they can't keep up with you, they're not good enough for you. You're up here. Those guys got to meet you up here, and if they don't meet you up here, they're not good enough for you, Riannah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Just remember that.
Thank you.
But you have a good weekend, and we'll talk off stream. Thank you. Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.